Welcome to Marion City Schools Television. This is our YouTube stream of Harding versus Centennial. And what you're watching right now is the end of the JV game. They got about 5 minutes left. Harding with commanding lead, 58-15. So enjoy the rest of the JV game as we wait for the warm-ups to begin for the varsity, and we'll keep the stream live. Enjoy the game. industry credential to your resume and be ready to land a retail business job even before you graduate. To get your business off the ground, contact your guidance counselor or see Miss Davis in room 104. If you're the type of person that enjoys helping others, let Marion Harding's Health Technologies program put you on a career pathway that is in high demand. In our Health Tech program, you'll be introduced to the latest in medical technologies and practices. Be job ready by graduating with your state-tested nursing assistant certification. Get a head start on your medical profession with College Credit Plus from Marion Technical College. Don't hesitate with your class scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or health tech instructor, Mrs. Applefeller, in room 132 for more details about launching your medical career. Chemistry is the science and study of matter, including its properties, composition, as well as reactivity. Chemistry relates to everything that can be sensed in our physical world. It's important to understand chemistry if you are studying any of the sciences because all of the sciences involve matter and the interactions between types of matter. The study of chemistry opens doors to many careers. Students wanting to become doctors, nurses, physicists, nutritionists, geologists, pharmacists, and of course chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235 for more information.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Stone. I'm the instructor for the Career Tech program at Marion City Schools over here at Withrow Academy. The goal is to get you ready to work as a carpenter, whether it's a residential, commercial carpenter, or a carpenter out working on a bridge or whatever. We do things like setting up the scaffolding like you see here, driving a forklift, and building storage sheds. But the big thing is that I'm trying...
My name is Tristan Davis.
My name is Jonathan Hanesto.
And I think this program's a fun program to do if you ever want to get into construction or carpentry.
You can learn a lot, like how to drive a forklift, CPR, we learned that last year. Like, you can get certified on a lot of things like forklift, scaffolding, what's that, scissor lift?
When they complete 2 years of the program, they'll get 8 credentials toward graduation, and they have a possibility of even getting a third class. But after 2 years, they should be ready to go out and work as an apprentice carpenter, and we can get them employed through the Carpenters Union out of Columbus and work anywhere and everywhere. But they should be able to walk right in and do assist the carpenter really well.
Hello, this is Withrow Welding Program. We can do several different types of welding in here. The four main ones that we focus on are gas tungsten arc welding, MIG welding, stick welding, and also some FCAW, which is flux core welding. Students will be able to earn a 12-point welding credential through this program to give you an insight and a foot in the door for future employment.
After you're done with this program, you'll be job ready. After you graduate, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, you can get a job here. Anything, you'll be ready.
Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Schneider. I am the principal here at Withrow High School Academy, Marion Harding Withrow High School Academy. Here's the important thing to know about Withrow. Withrow High School Academy is part of Marion Harding High School. It is open to any and all Marion Harding High School students. One of the great things that we have here is we have a magnificent welding lab, and we also have a construction technology lab. These are two programs that will get you absolutely positively job ready. The great thing about this school is if you want to come over here and be part of the programs, you can, but you can also come here all day. We are a smaller school, we offer smaller class sizes, and it's just a great place to be. It's a neat place to be, and if you want to weld, or you want to maybe someday go into carpentry, electrical work, or different things in the construction field, come and give us a try. It's a great school and you can't go wrong here at Withrow.
Industrial technology is the study of building and manufacturing. Students in industrial technology are introduced to basic scientific principles, mathematical concepts, communication skills, and safety practices in the career pathways of building trades and construction technology. Harding is proud to offer our students an opportunity to experience a hands-on learning environment geared to prepare them for the skilled trades workforce. Our industrial technology program allows students to practice shop safety and read blueprints while working with metal fabrication, carpentry, and construction techniques. If you are creative and like working with machines and hand tools to create manufactured items, don't hesitate. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Arnold in the Industrial Tech Room. The historic OK Cafe.
Pizza, calzones, subs, sandwiches, and more. Our fresh dough is made daily, topped with your favorite ingredients and made to order.
Stop in for our lunch buffet or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do?
Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
So even though Rex might have a short reach, we'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years. Manufacturing has changed. There was a time when people would spend countless hours pushing buttons, pulling levers, and swinging hammers. One day, things began to change. One day, things became smart. Buttons, levers, and hammers became apps, computers, and robots. Manufacturing has changed. Marion Harding High School is proud to be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated Production Technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of modern manufacturing through hands-on application of the latest in manufacturing technologies and practices. Don't hesitate with your scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or Mr. Potcutter in room 249 for more information about launching your manufacturing career. The U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is one of the largest character development and citizenship programs for youth in the world. Their mission is to promote character and leadership development focused on developing self-confidence, discipline, citizenship, leadership skills, and a sense of responsibility within the individual cadet. Throughout this course, cadets will focus on developing citizenship and patriotism. They will develop self-reliance and responsiveness to all authority, improving the ability to communicate well both orally and in writing. They will develop an appreciation of the importance of physical fitness. They will increase a respect for the role of the U.S. Armed Forces in support of national objectives. They will develop a knowledge of team-building skills and basic military skills. In addition, anyone taking the 1 to 3 years of this course grants cadets the ability to rank higher should they pursue a military career pathway. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Lieutenant Colonel Espinoza in room 234. Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At
Centennial Marion Harding presidents, I'd like to point out our COVID protocols that are in place here this afternoon. First and foremost, please help us out by maintaining social distance as you move about the facility and as you sit in the stands. You will see the green dots.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Scott Cameron, and this is Harding High School boys basketball. As we are actually going to be playing a non-league game, kind of an unusual thing, but try and get games when we can, try and fill in schedules in the era of COVID-19. I'm going to have chiming in with me every once in a while here, Mr. John Mullins, who actually runs the fantastic Harding Telecom program that is actually bringing us this game today. So, John, go ahead and tell us what do you think the big key is for Harding today in their basketball game?
Well, I always chime in about the fundamentals. I mean, when you watch anybody that's been watching the boys and the girls, back and forth, I'm always impressed with the girls and how good they are at running, boxing out, running plays, doing basically the fundamental basketball things. I'm not a big fan of run and gun that like you see in the NBA all the time,
right,
where you're basically just taking turns shooting.
With kids, it can get out of control real
absolutely,
quick.
and I think the boys have gotten better through the season. I think they started out kind of like that the first few games we saw, and I think they've been getting better at getting back to those fundamentals, and I think you can tell.
Yeah, we Harding boys have actually had a very hot streak, very good hot streak here as of late. They ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw the other day with Tiffin Columbian, who was a very, very strong defensive team,
but still kept it a game.
And the thing is, they were down by quite a bit in that fourth quarter, but they came back and they made it pretty respectable, and they made Tiffin work to close it.
That's right.
So that's a good sign. There's a sign of you don't want them hanging their heads. You want to find them to the end. That's exactly what they did, and that's exactly what they needed. And here's the interesting thing: Harding comes in here 8-5 overall, and the weird thing is Columbus Centennial is a whopping 1-1.
Yeah.
So John, tell us what you know a little bit about the COVID era of cancellations and rescheduling.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a nightmare. And, just talking to John Ratliff a minute ago and some of the other coaches and Sean Kearns, our athletic director, basically anything beyond 48 hours is a toss of a coin of whether or not it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened with this game, because originally we were scheduled to play Fremont today.
Yes.
And then that got canceled because I think they're quarantined. I think they had COVID rampant in their team. So there was no game. So, again, we took it off our schedule. This was, I don't know, probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yes.
We knew that.
Yep.
Thursday night at 8 o'clock, I get a text. Hey, we just added a game. Oh, and also Monday, since we canceled Fremont, we added a game Monday with Mount Vernon, which was not on the schedule.
Right.
So this was like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Is this our second time playing Mount Vernon, by the way, this year? Didn't we play? I can't remember. I know they're on the schedule at the beginning of the season, but
it's all a blur. I mean, I have literally. There was one. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or well, you guys were in on the emails. We must have changed the schedule within a 24-hour period at least 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
I mean, all in a 24-hour period. That's how fast it was changing. So anyhow, we get to Tuesday, Wednesday. We add Mount Vernon on Monday to make up for the game we lost today, or that was supposed to be scheduled today.
Right.
Thursday at 8 o'clock, I get a text. Centennial has been added today, but not at the time that was scheduled for Fremont. It's an early game. Noon for JV, who crushed them, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
We won
57, I think, like 17. It was, or no, it was even more than that, like 60 something to 17. Anyway, so here we sit. I didn't have telecom kids. We had scheduled telecom kids to work, but then they couldn't with such short notice when I told them Friday, because I found out Thursday at 8.
Right, yeah, they're on short
Talked
notice
to them
too.
Friday,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, I already made plans. I got a swim meet. I got work. I got this. If it was a late game, I could do it, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so
that's how they get stuck with us.
And so they get stuck with us.
You know, Mr. Mullins, I was talking to my brother last night, because he's the administrator at Kenton, and I remember when we were calling the Harding-Kenton girls basketball game. Apparently, a few of the Kenton observers and watchers of the game were dissenters of how Todd and I called the game, and so it's whatever.
Okay, first of all, everyone's a critic.
Right, give them a mic.
And I've had this conversation with many people, and first of all, the people. I get this all the time, even with just the telecom news, that people will complain, how come they can't do this or they can't do that. I was like, come and try it.
Right. Yeah.
Come and try it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have not ever been to sports broadcasting school for ESPN.
Not only that, it's just, the scariest thing for any broadcaster is dead air.
Right.
So you have to constantly fill that void. And, you'll hear this complaint from, college guys like Herb Street or, professional sports, when the announcers go off on a tangent because, maybe they're just filling dead air or whatever. So everyone's a critic. I get it.
And we don't have, as fine as a production as we are able to run here, we don't have people like working in 4 different vans in 3 different rooms,
right,
feeding us information in an earpiece.
Even to, well, and in the year of COVID, we always.
Ooh, chalk that one up, Billy.
There you go. We are on such a skeleton crew. I mean, telecom.
Yes.
I mean, we've lost so many kids that would have taken to that were signed up to take it.
Right.
I had a full load in this. When I check my schedule in the summer before school started, I had a full load of kids. Well, as the year progressed, and then the online and the remote and blah blah blah, kids. I mean, and I don't blame them. I'm just saying this is the reality of where we're at.
Yes.
We're on skeleton crews.
Absolutely.
And these kids, like I say, when it's a last minute thing, it's hard to make up for those, to fill those voids. So
Correct.
To have people that are willing to volunteer to come in, like you, Todd Schneider, Mike Panamarzik,
Bob Stone's going to be here too.
Bob Stone, for you guys to come in and volunteer your time, It's not a paying gig. You're not, you know.
Wait a minute. It's
I
not a
don't
paying
get paid.
gig. All right, hey, we're going to pause for the national anthem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Marion Harding High School for today's non-conference matchup between the visiting Centennial Stars and your Marion Harding Presidents. At this time, to honor America, the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Ooh, that smell of freedom. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate, even in the multiplicity of issues that our country has and concerns that we are carrying around right now, we are fortunate to be here this day in the red, white, and blue. God bless America. So here we go. As they are announcing the starting lineups.
Today's starting lineups. First, visiting Centennial Stars. Coached by 1994 Marion Harding graduate Jamie Pearson. Welcome back, Coach Pearson.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a former Harding grad coaching for Independence.
First for the Stars, number 1, Tyreek Gunnell.
Tyreek Gunnell, a senior.
Number 2, Jalen Jackson.
Jalen Jackson, also a senior.
Number 4, Marlon Byron.
Marlon Byron, a junior.
Number 13, Ronald Darling.
Ronald Darling is also a senior.
24, Ahmed Ayed.
Ahmed Ayed, 10th grader.
And now your Marion Harding President. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Aiden Rich.
Aiden Rich, senior.
The other guard, a 5'10" senior, number 11, James Netters.
James Netters, 5'10", senior.
At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Wes Stokes.
Wes, the Hammer Stokes, that's for you, Todd Schneider, wherever you are. Riley Keyran, also a junior, as well as Stokes. And last but not least, the Ashland Arrows commit for football, Caden Morris. Again, Marion Harding's looking to ruin the homecoming of a former Harding grad, Jamie Pearson, who graduated in 1994 from Harding High School and has found himself coaching at Independence High School, or Centennial High School, I apologize. And again, they are coming from Columbus. Columbus City Schools had a lot of concerns with sports and with public schools and attending public schools. They are 1-1. They've only played 2 games, so they might be a little bit rusty. And but I guarantee they are antsy and like a lion seeing the red meat in the gazelle. Morris gets the ball, brings it out, round the horn to Wes. Having a little bit of a popcorn finger moment. Got the ball. Pulling it back. Brings it back out to Stokes. To top the key. Not seeing much cutting through there. We finally see Netter doing a little cut through. Kieran takes a shot. Off the mark. Rebound, Centennial. Centennial brings the ball top of the key. Ron Darling. Darling driving to the hoop. Gives off. Darling again driving in. Takes a shot. Gets fouled. And will shoot 2. That is one thing that I believe will come into benefit Centennial, is that I am almost guaranteeing that they will be a tad bit more fresh than Marion City Schools right now, just because they've only played 2 games. So there will be an advantage, I'm thinking, in terms of gas. This is the first part. Second shot up. Also off the mark. Stokes with the board. Stokes bring it down. Not with numbers, but brings it back out to Morris. Morris on the 45, goes to the corner. Almost a double team, but they ended up not going to that, as Centennial finds himself in the 2-3 zone still. In the dead spot, Kieran passes to Stokes. Going up. Ooh, he also gets fouled. He will shoot 2. Both teams now have 1 foul. Here comes the first shot by Wes Stokes. Off the mark, and that is one thing that Marion Harding has struggled with, is shots from the line and leaving points on the line. Missing the second one. The objective is to get it in for both teams. I believe that's how points are scored. Kieran from the corner nails the 3. He heard me. All I need to say is say that over and over, right?
It took a while, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they were listening to you.
Yeah, they can hear me probably. Byron dishes it off. Jackson. Little walk. Picked up that foot. Harding's going to be bringing the ball down 3-0 with their lead. Centennial appears to be switching to a man-to-man defense. That is one thing that Harding does have. They can settle in the dead spot. Rich drives to the basket. Seemed like Centennial wasn't quite ready about who was going to match up to who, and kind of got them off on the wrong foot. And that's going to send Rich to the line for 2. We're 0 for 3 at the line. Rich, the second one. Finally, we get one to go in. 1 for 4. Still shooting better than Shaquille O'Neal. Harding comes out full court press. Not quite a trap, but just a press. Diamond pass the ball off, and that's what's usually going to happen on the press. You can get B on the backside. Fortunately, they miss. Rich with the board. Passes off to Morris. Morris drives to the hole. No foul called. Shoots up a shot. Off. Centennial with the rebound. Byron coming down the floor. No numbers. Going to bring it up. Try and sets the note. He just drives to the hole. And he's a little in a kerfuffle. Passes back out to Darling. Makes a 3. In the midst of chaos, sometimes there's beauty, and they made the best out of that.
That was not one of those times.
I don't think it was planned, but somehow it worked out. I think there was an attempt. There was a eyeball look at a dunk there. Alley-oop didn't happen. Centennial with the ball back. Driving in. Gets caught in the lane. And they called jump ball. I keep forgetting you have the a mic over there, John.
Well, I jump in every once in a while when I can. I'm kind of juggling right now.
Do you like fish sticks?
It depends. They have to be the right kind.
Yeah.
I know that's a cop-out, I know, but I've had some bad fish sticks.
Yeah, I understand. Ratliff Wink back into the game here. First time entering. Centennial taking the ball out underneath. Directing traffic is Byron. Looks to set up Hands off the ball, going to the top of the key. Driven by Jackson, pulls up. And that was, that's one of those emphasis calls that's been done here in the last 2 years. You got to give players room to fall. If those of you that are older than 35, if you ever remember watching Reggie Miller play back in the day, he's always trying to lobby for that call, and he made a lot of money doing that. So both teams
are struggling with the basket right now.
Yes. So as long as it's even, right? As long as the pain distribution is equally set.
Now, I can't speak for Centennial, but I know the Presidents usually find a groove about second quarter.
Yeah, we do tend to find that. It's one of those things where we're just trying to, smell teams out and figure them out and then we finally figure something out. And we really had that with Columbian, I think, but then they just made some unbelievable shots the other night. Just clutch shots and not much we could do. Nonetheless, 4-4 game. Rich brings the ball down the floor. Hands off past Wink. Wink around the edge. Ratliff also likes popcorn. Stokes pulls up. Nice mid-range jumper. And one. But the old and one is only a proverbial and one. It has to come to fruition. So got to make this bucket. As Morris looks to check back into the game for Key Ram. And we are 1 for 5, ladies and gentlemen. We're officially in Shaquille territory. Loses grip of the ball. Jalen Jackson.
Turnover.
Yep. So as we run, Morris to the hole. Should be an easy deuce.
Nice. So now they're starting to come alive a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and ooh, yes. That is
You can't slam that, can you?
I don't think his foot was on the line and passed the ball off. So that's the old in and out. Can't have that. So Harding ball. This is a crucial time for Harding. We could really.
Oh my goodness.
That's a foul. That's a good foul.
That's like a wrestling hold.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Wes has already pulled up and shot a couple of those and had good looks. Made one, got fouled on one. That's a good foul. Make him earn it. Not like we're shooting free throws real well right now.
Right.
So the only thing it does do, it puts Centennial at 4 fouls, and we are not even halfway through the first quarter. I hope they brought enough players. Centennial brought enough players. They are, at this point, they could find themselves in a world of hurt with fouls. Stokes having trouble entering the ball. There was a prayer up to Morris. Athletic enough to track it down. Morris, that's an easy drive, and goes in for 2. See, that's the thing. Morris and Stokes, if they use that athleticism, that is hard to stop. As we come out in a 3-quarter, Diamond. Still a little out of control there. Yep. Here's your turnover. Morris. Nice left hand. Switch to the left. And we have a timeout called. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Let's go to break, Mr. Mullins.
Okay, you're watching Marion Harding Telecom Production.
Resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, Global Logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will...
And we are back at Marion Harding Telecom Production of our afternoon basketball game with Centennial High School. Harding has found themselves on quite a run, forcing Centennial to call timeout. And as they're knocking off the rust, being 1-1 and having very few games, though they may be fresh, they are still in rust. And it has shown a little bit, kind of forcing plays. Driven in by Jackson. Dished off to the corner. Shot up, off, rebound the corner. A little bit out of control. Nonetheless, they'll probably set up the plays again. And it looks like Jackson set it up. Sets a high screen, didn't take it. And there's the kick. Not the foul, but a kick. And we will not reset the shot clock as there is no shot clock in high school basketball. Much to the chagrin of everyone that's down by 3 when a team stalls the clock.
Right.
Out to Jackson. Hands off the ball. Been around the horn. Put up by Gunnell. Off the mark. Morris tries to get the ball. And though he can jump through the roof, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bad.
That one down.
Yeah. Well, I think it took a flightier rebound bounce than he was anticipating. The shot was kind of flat, but it took a long bounce. Unusual. And that should be our ball.
Yep.
Good athletic play by Stokes. As Centennial goes back to their 2-3 zone, which should leave us as the benefactor.
Oh, in and out.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's a good look by Jefferson. Just off the mark, but that's the kind of shot that could be open in 2-3 zone. I don't think they were quite set up and ready to play defense there. Top of the key. Fake look by Woods.
He walked.
And
yep.
Ooh,
No.
Called. Looked like he. It's close. That's close.
Huh.
It's one of those things where his first step was a long step.
Yeah.
And so I think that kind of helped
I
him.
thought he dragged his foot.
Yeah, it was close, but that long step, that gives you more time to throw the ball down on the floor, and I think that's what he did, and I think that threw off the timing of the defender, probably leading to the foul. Launches a long 3. And
my goodness.
Dante Woods putting up birds, man. Throwing up the 3s. Nice job. Netters says,
Right back at you.
I'll have some of that myself if you don't mind.
Yep.
As May Grind would say, I'll have what he's having. Throwing up.
That was ugly.
And
nice
again,
rebound.
as they jumped a little bit early for the board. And here we go. Harding on a 3-3 run. Passes back out to Rich. Morris in the corner. Looks for cutters. They don't come. But Ratliff is open. Ball bounces around. Jefferson saves the ball out to Rich. Back to the top of Morris. Passes it out to Ratliff. To the top of the key. Rich drives the ball in. Gives it to Morris at the free throw line. Turns and gets the foul.
Yep.
That is the thing with 2-3 zone, folks. If you can find those cutters in the dead spots, they are there. And we're hitting all those dead spots. We're finding it on the free throw line in the corners. We're finding them. It's just a matter of executing. And that's going to be an easy foul call. That happens.
Well, I don't think he was aware that the guy was cutting right there.
Exactly. It was just a
wrong place, wrong time.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Jackson brings the ball up the floor. Single defender.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That. Seems like a bailout call a little bit.
Wow.
He seemed a little out of control, nonetheless. And nonetheless, boy, we were mockingly making the statements about how many fouls, but goodness gracious, here we go.
Here we go, yeah.
Both teams have 5, and we're not out of the first quarter yet. Jackson with the fake, passes it off. Oh my!
Well,
oh my!
Those guys have found their
Dante
shot.
Woods. He's made 2 from right in front of the M, and kid's got some range. You got to get out and cut that. Jefferson around to Morris. Kieran in the dead spot. Passes by. Elbow dead spot. Just didn't make the shot.
It was a good shot, though.
Should be an easy board, and
nope.
And that's out of bounds, belonging to Centennial. 15-10 lead here by Marion Harding with 1:11 left. And someone's parent is angry in the front row, yelling verbal abuses at their son.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a dangerous place to be. There you go. Ron Darling walked right into that corner, the coffin corner. You already went past half court. You're just setting yourself up some stress and pressure, and he throws it away.
Yep.
Same kind of stress and pressure when you're getting ready for a class to start and you still have to go to the bathroom. Right, Mr. Mullins?
That's exactly right.
Exactly right. Passes around to Morris. Man, that was all the way around the horn.
Oh, doggone.
And Kieran he locked up top, but stolen by Morris. That should be a call.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. There's a blocking foul. Good attempt, but he was leaning back. His feet were set, but he was leaning back. We're watching Byron come back into the game, starter for Ron Darling. And Gunnell coming in for Womack. 38.3 seconds left. See if Harding delays a little bit, waiting for the last shot. Kind of settle things down as we go around the top of the key, around the horn. And as predicted, they're kind of wait a little bit unless there's a beautiful shot they can't pass up. Strong staying with it, 5 feet, passing it around. 15 seconds left. Rich passes off, bringing it around again, around the horn again. Stokes cut to the elbow, dead spot, and put up at the last minute, and it's off, and there's a awkward, engaging hug at half court. All right, folks, we are going to take a little bit of a break here from Harding Telecom Basketball.
We'll be right back.
See Mrs. Miller-Hurst in room 8. Do you want to learn more about the ways you impact business and the impact that business has on you? Have you ever wondered how your favorite company or clothing brand became a multi-million-dollar business? Think you have what it takes to start your own business? Then come check out Business Foundations. Business Foundations is the first class in the marketing and business career pathways. In Business Foundations, you will acquire retail knowledge and learn the fundamentals of business processes, economics, and business planning. Discover your favorite brands and create your very own business plan. Learn simple graphic design and create a brand logo. Add your Rise Up retail industry credential to your resume and be ready to land a retail business job even before you graduate. To get your business off the ground, contact your guidance counselor or see Miss Davis in room 104.
And we are back. Marion Harding High School Telecom Basketball production. And Harding
streaming live.
Yes,
right
streaming
now.
live. How many viewers are we looking at right now, Mr. Mullins?
We're 37 right now, but those numbers tend to go up after the game.
Correct. So 37 of you are probably annoyed at hearing my voice, and that is okay. As Rich drives right through that lane. Woo!
Nice. It starts strong.
Absolutely, like a floss through a stick of cheese. Byron with the ball up top. Doing some cool moves to impress the ladies. Top of the key. Ooh, nice step. Nice step back.
Yeah,
nice hit by
shot.
Jackson. Yeah, it was he was a little bit caught off in his motion, but he caught his strides.
Yep.
Nice setup and good shot from top of the key. Those are the hardest shots to make, those 17-foot shots. Kids don't practice them. So nice hit by him. Finding the dead spots. Stokes back out to Morris. Morris to the top of the key. Trying to find the holes in this 2-3 zone. As the Centennial crowd
come on.
quite animated. I feel like I'm in a Disney movie right now
Right,
or something. And all we need is Brett McCreary to start getting on the speaker there and start calling the game himself. What a play! Centennial playing some spirited defense as they realize in this 17-12 game, they've got to have some spirit to play.
Nope.
Ooh, look a little slidey, but let it go. Thrown up.
Back.
Rich with the board. Bring the ball down. Finds Kieran in the corner. Round the netters. There's Alexa set the ball up with Rich. Finding dead spots in the zone. Nice look at the basket.
Nice.
Makes the three. That was a big three. That kind of stops the bleeding a little bit for Marion Harding as Centennial was feeling a little spirited. Getting out of the coffin corner, and that's why you don't go to the coffin corner. 3-2, kind of a strange way to give the ball off.
Yeah.
A little fancy, a little too fancy. Nonetheless, here we are. Kieran knocks the ball. It was tipped by Kieran, so therefore it is not over and back. Woods sets up. Hope to God he does not shoot from there because he has been making everything.
Oh, my. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, there was a... I don't know what... I understand why they called that.
Coach is not happy about it.
No, and I don't blame him, but I understand why they called it. It's a blind side. It was not... It was a foul by attrition of where Wes's body was, and the guy kind of turned his head into his shoulder. That wasn't anything, again, nothing Wes could do about that. That's kind of like that Jefferson foul down here earlier.
Sure.
Just unlucky, dude.
And I think, as an audience, you always think about the angle of what we're seeing versus the angle of where the referee is.
Agree. Yep. So from where I was, it wasn't a very good call, but from where he was, I totally understand why he called that foul. Ooh, and
I'll tell you what, they're finding
Marlon
their shot.
Byron, they're finding their mid-range shot. That is an unpracticed art and something that's hard to find with kids is that mid-range shot. Centennial settles back in their 2-3 zone. We try to find the hole. Stokes at the top of the key out to Morris. Morris comes back to the top of the key. Going back and forth. Just trying to settle. It's all about hopefully someone in that group messes up. We find that, and there you go. Use your athleticism. It's right there. That can be there all day long if we're just patient enough.
That's what I was going to say. Patience and tempo, the way that Harding is really kind of handling that right now.
Correct. We have to just we want to run, but we have to bite our lip and just play the game and let the game come to us. Sometimes you have to do that. You just got to be patient. Donovan Ballantyne coming into the game. He is a sophomore. Rich walks the ball up the floor with an 8-point lead. 4:40 left in the game. As Rich tries to cut that,
kind of lost it.
It's a hard splitting defenders in 2-3 is only as good as your outside wing players. And if there was no one there, even if he got through, so there was really no one there to receive the ball. You split, so they collapse, but there was no one there to pass the ball to. Kind of wastes his control dribble. Jackson up. And it appears that it will be not a two-shot variety shot foul. It will be on the floor. It will be 1-1 as both teams are now going to be in the single bonus. Mr. Mullins, did you happen to know the Centennial coach, Jamie Pearson, by chance?
I did not.
Okay. I didn't know if he was a trepidatious student back in the day or if he's a fine young man.
When did he graduate?
94.
Oh, that's when I started.
Yeah. Okay, well, I was 12. So, I mean,
There you go.
you have that. Que sera, sera. Centennial at the line for the front end. Misses it. Apparently, no one likes free throws.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And
just like that.
And it's an over and back violation. It wasn't a bad pass. It's just I think there's a miscommunication. I think Jefferson thought it was Stokes, and Stokes thought it was to Jefferson, and Jefferson is the point guard, so I think Stokes is kind of whoopsie. Here we go. Centennial taking the ball out underneath the basket, sets up in the box play. Typical out to the wing. Jackson posts up, but to no avail. As Cruz Rivera is into the game, number 10 for Centennial. Jackson appears to be their man. Everything flows through and everything runs through as he dishes out to the corner. Shot in the corner. Misses. The sophomore misses the throw back up.
Rebounds.
Yep. Rebounding kind of hurts a little bit there, but that young man, Donovan Ballantyne, sophomore, making creating some chaos down low for Marion Harding. And he's going to the line now to shoot dos. That's two.
In Spanish.
I learned that from Dora the Explorer, actually. Stokes gets the rebound, brings it back up the floor, numbers, and he will push the envelope. Finds it. Right there.
That was nice.
Nice play. Good ball movement. I'll tell you what, Mr. Mullins, if you give me 5 halfway decent 35-year-olds, we could beat a lot of kids in basketball games just because we understand passing and the art of that.
And following your shot.
Yes, there's just a lot of little things.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah, a lot of kids, it doesn't, and even if they're good players, they're really good players. It's just
they put it up and watch it.
Right.
It's like, don't watch it, go get it.
A lot of them are young and athletic, and it's not thought of. It's it's a mental part of the game, and it usually doesn't hit until you're older, unless it's stressed. As Morris nails that three from the corner, 27-16, 11-point lead, 2:40 left in the game. As Woods has the ball at the top, at center circle, flips around like a Michael Jackson dance movie.
Another walk there.
Yeah, Jackson puts up the shot. And as a foul by Cruz Rivera. And we're going to be going down there, and we're going to be lofting some balls in the air.
Number 10, Sammy Cruz Rivera, his first, team 7. Tayshawn Jefferson at the line for Marion, shooting 1 and 1.
I'm wondering if Coach Worstel is telling the team, just be patient with the 2-3 zone. The breaks will happen.
Yeah.
They will happen. Just move the ball. The thing is, you got plenty of time to do that. You don't want to be lulled to sleep by a 2-3 zone. And we are now 2 for 6, I believe, from the line.
And you've got a lead. It's not a staggering lead, but you can control the pace of this game.
Correct,
right now.
absolutely.
They have to play catch up.
Correct.
You're in control right now, and I think that's what they need to stay focused on.
Which is going to be interesting to see if Centennial stays in that 2-3 for the rest of the game, as we are now 3 for 8.
Right.
Or 3 for 7, I believe, from the line. So we are increasing our shooting prowess from the free throw line. I think every time we get a free throw, we should just have Mr. Jefferson come into the game and shoot them, even though that is not possible or legal.
Yeah, I think they would like that.
I would be okay with that. Coach Verdon's giving direction to the official. And Gunnell bring the ball up, goes to the corner, but there's no press. Nice swifty move. A little bit of a hop.
There you
Yep,
go.
There's the call. I think he was hoping there'd be a foul initially.
Yeah.
And as he appears destitute, upset at himself, and comes back down the floor. I think he's just hoping for a foul. Didn't happen. A little out of control, which is, that's play the game so you don't get bailed out.
Right. Well, and I think you're seeing the lack of playing time that Centennial has had versus Presidents.
Correct. It's just things aren't clicking. It's not bad. It's just not clicking all the way.
Yeah.
Ratliff in the corner, throws up the 3, and there's another foul. That's exactly what we talked about earlier. We got busted on that. You have to allow the player to come down. So here we go. Ratliff at the line, going to shoot 3. I wonder if Mr. Jefferson could come into the game and shoot these. 3 for 8. Folks, I know it may be obnoxious I'm keeping track of the free throws as much, but it is necessary.
And I think we're going to see a lot of them.
Tell you what, if I'm Centennial and I know they were 3 for 9, guess what I'm doing all game long?
Yep.
I've got the players, I got the fouls, I'm going to burn those babies.
There we go.
There we go, 4 for 10, so 40% from the line. Again, as Mr. Mullins mentions, 30 to 16. We do control the pace of the game at this point as we are setting up the 3-quarter press as they get across the line. But you don't want stuff like that to hurt you in a league game or even worse, a tournament game at the end of the year. Jackson brings the ball out to the top of the key of the post. Post comes back down to the corner. The block.
Oh, come on.
Ooh. Well, the ball
he
was...
didn't have any control.
Well, the ball was taken out of his hands, and
right.
So
it was kind of in midair.
It was yes. So that was an unusual play, but nice pressure by Wink. Relentless. Byron drives in, dishes out to the top Jackson, and they hold.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you say so.
Sure. That was a little bit of a I like to call those 1-calorie fouls because they are tic-tacs. Tic-tac fouls.
Yeah. There you go.
Jackson puts the first one up and in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting our look at none other than Caden Jones, who usually wears number 4 for JV, but today he will be playing and getting some PT as a sophomore. Good opportunity, good experience for him coming to the game. And
travel.
There's a little travel. And Mr. Jones is going to be guarding Jackson, so he will have his plate full. So this will be a good growth opportunity for him to go against what seems to be their transmission of their vehicle. Morris thought about pulling up. Boy, the defender went away. He almost wondered why he didn't travel to the basket. Jones comes up, takes a look.
Yeah.
He's a little antsy. His heart's probably going 100 miles an hour right now.
Probably not the best shot to take right there.
Probably not, but he
like
wants
you
to.
Say,
yeah,
I think
he's
he was
excited.
over-anxious. Yep.
He's excited. Good for him, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice square up defense, preventing, and Jackson knows that, and he's trying to drive in and out, and that's a 3.
I'm telling you.
And Marlon Byron showing off a little James Harden action to Wes Stokes. See if Stokes answers back and tries to get a bucket here with 15 seconds left. Harding with a 10-point lead. Waiting for the final. Man, Centennial's really putting on pressure. Stokes goes up prayer and misses. Centennial will dribble the ball out. And folks,
that's halftime.
It's halftime. We will be back in a little bit for Harding Telecom basketball, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
You'll be introduced to the latest hardware and software in digital media. Learn to create your own content with overlays, special effects, and audio processors. Your content will only be limited by your imagination. Telecom 1 is a year-long class that introduces you to the world of audio-video broadcast communications. Here you will learn how to operate video hardware and software, design sets, direct and produce events, and expand your editing capabilities broadcasting online and over our public access television channel. You will learn to produce daily news announcements and share your creations throughout our cable television and social media networks. Finally, Telecom 2 is our year-long class available for upperclassmen who have completed the prerequisite Telecom 1 class. Here you will produce and direct your own broadcast events. You will be put in charge of productions and lead other students through the introductory processes of media production. Many of our telecom graduates have gone on to study broadcast media in college and launched careers as television news and weather personalities, Emmy-winning editors for nationally syndicated television shows, and audio production engineers. So don't hesitate to schedule Harding Telecom Digital Media. Talk to your guidance counselor or see Mr. Mullins in room 201. Sometimes change is difficult. The transitions in educational settings and decisions about college and career pathways can be confusing and emotionally stressful. At Harding High School, we recognize these challenges and are proud to offer a workplace learning class that focuses on managing student experiences in a positive way. Our workplace learning class is designed to help students make informed decisions when planning their transitions through high school and college or career pathways. As part of workplace learning, students will engage in entry-level exposure to the 16 career clusters and Harding High School pathways. Students will gain experience and credentials with OSHA 10 and CPR training. They will be introduced to financial literacy and preparation for adult living. In addition, students will practice organizational, study, and test-taking skills as well as personal advocacy with a focus on social and emotional supports. Workplace learning is highly recommended for all students entering Harding High School. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Ms. Williams in room 112. Exercise science is the study of how exercise and the human body interact. The goal of exercise science is to develop an understanding and applied knowledge of the links between fitness, exercise, diet, and health. Harding High School is proud to offer students interested in athletic training, sports medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or personal fitness an opportunity to pursue a career pathway in this emerging field. As a student of exercise science, you will gain real-world experience in anatomy and physiology, on and off-the-field injury evaluation, wound care, taping and bandaging, emergency care, exercise and rehab programming, and much more. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Coach Cunningham in Room 9.
Family and Consumer Sciences is the study of the dynamics of family relationships and how individuals shape home economics and culture. Through this class, Harding High School is proud to offer students an opportunity to study child development, family relationship concepts, financial literacy, and textile construction. Throughout this course, students will develop soft skills through real-world experiences in communication, leadership, and career exploration. Students in this course will study the principles of nutrition and wellness. These students will learn to plan and prepare meals with an understanding of nutrition and dietary needs, as well as culinary fundamentals such as proper safe knife handling, recipe conversions, and measuring techniques. In addition, they will experience leadership and entrepreneurship skills through real-world exercises and workplace simulations. Students will learn basic personal finance and budgeting, along with various independent living skills. In addition, students are introduced to FCCLA, an organization which provides opportunities for STAR projects with potential for state and national competitions. Most importantly, students in Family and Consumer Sciences will focus on life skills. Students will analyze their interests, aptitudes, and skills to prepare for their future and transition successfully to college and career pathways. For more information about Family and Consumer Sciences, talk to your guidance counselor or see Mrs. Miller-Hurst in Room 8.
Do you want to learn more about the ways you impact business and the impact that business has on you? Have you ever wondered how your favorite company or clothing brand became a multi-million-dollar business? Think you have what it takes to start your own business? Then come check out Business Foundations. Business Foundations is the first class in the marketing and business career pathways. In Business Foundations, you will acquire retail knowledge and learn the fundamentals of business processes, economics, and business planning. Discover your favorite brands and create your very own business plan. Learn simple graphic design and create a brand logo. Add your Rise Up retail industry credential to your resume and be ready to land a retail business job even before you graduate. To get your business off the ground, contact your guidance counselor or see Miss Davis in Room 104. If you're the type of person that enjoys helping others, let Marion Harding's Health Technologies program put you on a career pathway that is in high demand. In our Health Tech program, you'll be introduced to the latest in medical technologies and practices. Be job ready by graduating with your state-tested nursing assistant certification. Get a head start on your medical profession with College Credit Plus from Marion Technical College. Don't hesitate with your class scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or health tech instructor, Mrs. Applefeller, in Room 132 for more details about launching your medical career. Chemistry is the science and study of matter, including its properties, composition, as well as reactivity. Chemistry relates to everything that can be sensed in our physical world. It's important to understand chemistry if you are studying any of the sciences because all of the sciences involve matter and the interactions between types of matter. The study of chemistry opens doors to many careers. Students wanting to become doctors, nurses, physicists, nutritionists, geologists, pharmacists, and of course chemists all study chemistry. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer chemistry as a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in Room 235 for more information.
We are back. Harding Telecom production for Harding High School basketball playing Centennial. I am Scott Cameron, and I am accompanied by the one and only leader of Harding Telecom, the one and only John Mullins.
How's it going there, brother?
Let me tell you something, brother. So as I get to listen to the Brian Johnson Layden AC/DC, what is your favorite AC/DC album?
Oh, man. It would be High Voltage.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
And or.
Oh, yeah.
Back in Black.
Oh, yeah. High Voltage is, there's just something about that, man. It's
Yes.
just, it's just that nice, crisp, clean guitar sound. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at 30-20 basketball game. Centennial has played really some spirited basketball sometime. They've made some incredible threes early on in the game and have been a little sporadic otherwise. They've had some shots go in and out, but
I think it's like we said earlier that, you can't underestimate how much experience plays into these games.
Yes.
And these guys have only played how many games? Two games. So, yeah, they're holding their own against the Presidents right now.
right. And again, the Presidents are 8-5, 8-6, and they were hot. They're hot. They were they lost a tough game against Tiffin Columbian the other day. And Tiffin Columbian is a great team. They are 13-1, 14-1 now, from what I understand at least. So they were a good squad. A little bit different dynamic. Centennial definitely has better overall athletes than Tiffin does. But we were able to carve through that 2-3 defense that Centennial's playing with. And I'm going to be really interested to see if they stick around with that 2-3 zone. I mentioned that in the first half. Because otherwise Harding could potentially kind of play the game that they want to play.
Right.
And
well, I'll tell you what, the thing I've noticed over the season is how well Harding adjusts after the halftime.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm pretty sure Don Warstall is related to Urban Meyer. I'm almost certain of it. I'm
above the line.
Yes. He is able to make second half adjustments very well. That is one of his strengths of coaching, as he does have a fantastic coaching staff. They are Harding teachers, or in the case, retired former teachers from Marion City.
Right.
And so it is nice to have those gentlemen in our community, and as well as our school, doing fantastic things for Marion City schools. As we begin the second half, as Jackson has the ball, as he seems to be, that was a little close, but nonetheless,
nice.
Almost was over back. Here we go. Rich gives the ball up.
Got away from him.
Yeah. One thing Harding needs to do is whoever's bringing that ball down on a run needs to make sure that numbers and kind of reading the floor a little bit like chess.
Yes.
What's the next play going to be? And sometimes we just need to get better at that. That's a little shove off, not called.
Yeah.
Woods brings it around, top of the key. Jackson drives the ball, gets it to the corner. Open three. And Tyreek Gunnell, starter, makes that. Gunnell. I apologize to the Gunnell family if they were watching. And if you're really that upset about it, okay. As we have
I'm
Kieran.
sure that's not the first time.
Yeah. I think I've never had people mad at me. Just couldn't corral the ball in. Boy, Byron had it in his hands, and goodness gracious, he just couldn't get that second hand up there and hits it out of bounds. Rich looking to the cutters. West is open. Nice little 10-foot shot.
I'm glad they have the confidence that he made that shot, but, man, nobody followed it.
Correct. And there weren't exactly a plethora of weak side rebounders for that, so if that had done the statistical bounce, that probably would have been a rebound for Centennial, and they would have been off to the races.
Exactly.
Stokes with the board. Bring the ball up the floor. Passes off to Morris. Morris on the 45. Passes down to the dead spot to Kieran. Passes up back up to the top. Stokes takes a three and nails it. That's what makes him so difficult. He's making some a variety of different
from
shots.
everywhere, yeah.
Yes, and that makes it hard to defend as we're doing our half-court diamond press. Shot off. Rich trying to bring that ball into himself.
That's going to be
Ends
ours.
up actually hitting it off Centennial. And I think he's not feeling very good right now.
And number 11, Cycling Womack.
It's a good opportunity for a sub.
Yeah.
Rich bringing the ball up the floor. Trying to stay out of the dead spot. And gives to Stokes. Back to Rich.
Oh, he wasn't watching.
Yep. And bailed out by a foul.
Yeah.
They were obviously trying to trap. Strange place to trap in the middle of a floor. Nonetheless, it almost benefacted Centennial. Ooh, just couldn't corral it under the basket. Even if he had it, that would have been a tough play for Rich to make. Jackson brings the ball up the floor, passes it off. Woods around the top of the key. Now drives it to the middle.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of walk.
Yeah.
Trying to go to the grocery store, show everyone he's the big cheese.
Yeah.
Ends up he was a flounder. Rich bringing the ball up the floor, seeing as Centennial is setting into a half-court press, try and trap. Half-court trap press, and that's usually going to be open. That is actually the right play, just did not happen. It's about breaking the trap, and then that first pass, the next pass after is the critical one.
Yep.
And we see that Woods misses, but he has been making those today, so had some confidence in that. Stokes brings it back out. And again, if we break this press, break the trap, I should say, it's not the first pass, it's the second one.
Right.
Where people are usually open. Ugh, Rich just couldn't get the fall.
Not right there.
Nope, but still nonetheless, 35-23. We have garnered a 2-point greater than our halftime lead. Darling passes off to Jackson. Jackson pulls up, goes to the corner. Lofts the three again, in and out.
That was a little over the back there, but okay.
It was a little bit looked a little strange. Darling.
Oh, come on.
Apparently.
Yeah.
He has to get insurance for his traveling.
Yeah, you can't. Somebody needs to tell him you can't take 3 steps before.
Well, that's quite a vacation. He's probably the only one going on vacation right now in the COVID area. Yeah. So, Rich brings the ball up the floor. Again. That is
I don't know what that was. Herculean, how do you say that?
Herculean?
Herculean throw.
That is that throw is discouraged 99% of the time.
Yeah.
In fact, just last week I had an opportunity to make that pass in just a pickup game, and I knew no.
Yeah,
so I cut through the 45 and then and they passed it, but just usually not a high percentage pass. As he got yanked out there, kind of maybe thinking about it. Jackson has the ball, making some moves to the top for Gunnell. And it is stuffed. Woo! Yeah. It is stuffed like a pepper. Jackson goes up, dishes back up. Ayed in. Ayed facing up Rich. Rich back out. Stokes driving in. And he will have the opportunity for the and one. Yeah, Centennial just kind of found themselves kind of out of position, and that benefactored the West Stokes and one opportunity. Jefferson in for Payne the Rain Ratliff. Dear heavens, let's make a free throw. Oh my goodness.
No.
Denied. Your God can't help you now. Bringing the ball up the floor. Ayed passes it back out to Jackson. Lofts up the 2. And no one is crashing the board. Well, I won't say people weren't crashing, but they weren't boxing out.
Yeah.
Difference.
Well, it just seems like defense so far the second half has been like a step behind.
Yes. Netters gathers the board, kind of flops it around. Morse got
Got
in a
knocked down.
in a weird position, and
Yeah.
nonetheless,
Okay.
here we go.
You can't turn around like that. Okay.
Ooh, stuff like a pierogi. Oh, and
This has become a pickup game at the Y now.
it's yes, and you are spot on to that assertion, as we are taking a full timeout. So let's go ahead and take a break from the Harding Telecom production. We'll be right back.
Graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credentialed advantage in the job market. However, most importantly, logistics offers transferable life skills including communications, economic forecasting, workflow optimization, general management, and financial planning skills that will make them invaluable to any career they pursue. If you're interested in global logistics, don't hesitate. Talk to your guidance counselor or stop in to see Mr. Ellis in room 245 for more information.
Welcome back to Marion Harding Telecom production of basketball. Harding playing Centennial High School from Columbus, Ohio with a 1-1 record, and as their coach is apparently going to try and sneak in himself to play the game.
He's out there.
I don't know how long he will last. Maybe he was a former Harding grad. Maybe he just had flashback memories of playing the game. Aiden Rich hurries down the ball. Wes Stokes splits.
Oh, come on.
And
how was that not a foul?
And you know, the funny thing is, you mentioned this has kind of become a. I'm having flashbacks here, a little bit of my own basketball games that I play pickup wise.
Right.
And you know what the funny thing is? The refs are kind of calling it that way too.
Yeah.
As we just saw in that sequence down there.
You got slapped like 3 times.
It was unusual, but
running through the forest.
I think we even fouled them. So, but they're letting them play. So. Difficult thing for the officials to rein in a game after something like that as we press and trap a player. And
yes. I'll tell you, they wanted the foul, but I got to tell you.
And
he did.
Yeah,
he lost his footing.
Yeah, Coach Pearson has his point. I think he's trying to say is a reach around, but he has to be careful to not get too heated. You know, and Jackson, their floor general, is getting ready to check back into the game. I think he's trying to just give him a blow a little bit and give him some space, but I think he realized the importance of having his general in there as Rich throws in another 2, 39-27 with a little over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Harding with the trap press diamond. There you go, and Morse. Ooh. Yep. Not a foul, as they called a block out of bounds, which... Okay. I mean, I thought one did block. I thought the other did not. Nonetheless, here we are, taking the ball out of bounds, set up in our box offense. Ayed back into the game. Dante Woods checks out. Rich in the corner, dribbling around to the top of key Netters. Netters around the horn. Jefferson at 45. Brings the ball into the post to Morrison. Gets fouled from behind.
Yeah.
By Ron Darling. That will be his first. And Harding is yet to have a foul this quarter. Unusually, Centennial has 3. Netters lofts up a 3. Short. And Ayed gets the rebound. Good board. Way to stay with it. Dishes off to Jackson, the floor general. Byron with the ball at top. Sets up a play. Jackson to the middle of the floor. Out to Gunnell. Figure eighting. If they do this too long, you stare at it long enough, you'll see a zebra. It's mesmerizing. Nice. Jackson. This is a perfect opportunity for Jackson as he'll have numbers. Centennial has to take advantage of it, and they don't quite do that. Rich gets the board. And talking about numbers advantage, Harding's going to have a 3-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-3. See if they take advantage of that. West brings it back in to the corner to Morris. Open look. Nails the 3. Catching that ball right in stride. Good shot selection. Good opportunity. You got the numbers on that as we are going back to our diamond half court. Oh, that's a bad place to be. Gets rid of the ball in time.
Nice.
Wes steals the ball. And, he wanted to dunk it. Just didn't have enough Air Jordan underneath him. Nice drive to the basket by Gunnell. Kind of forcing the issue, forcing the officials really to make a call, finally.
Yeah.
Trying to control the game a little bit. The officials have been really kind of letting them play this third quarter. 26 seconds left. Harding with a 15-point lead. Centennial setting up their box entry pass. Offense. Elects to throw the ball to the top. And a high ball screen. And not a very good roll. I don't think Darling was really looking for that.
I think he dribbled out.
Yeah.
Too close to the line.
As Ozzy said, I will see you on the other side. And unfortunately, that means he was out of bounds. Gunnell comes out of the game. Woods comes back in. Potentially try and light something up three-point territory before the end of the quarter. There's a high ball screen again, trying to hedge off that. Ooh, that leaves wide open, but that's just not a good look. That's kind of
I don't
funny.
like us sitting flat-footed like that at a shot.
No, we don't, but it was a nonetheless, here we are. 15-point lead, getting ready to go into the fourth quarter. And we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, from the Harding Telecom production.
As well as culinary fundamentals such as proper safe knife handling, recipe conversions, and measuring techniques. In addition, they will experience leadership and entrepreneurship skills through real-world exercises and workplace simulations. Students will learn basic personal finance and budgeting, along with various independent living skills. In addition, students are introduced to FCCLA, an organization which provides opportunities for STAR projects with potential for state and national competitions. Most importantly, students in family and consumer sciences will focus on life skills. Students will analyze their interests, aptitudes, and skills to prepare for their future and transition successfully to college and career pathways. For more information about family and consumer sciences, talk to your guidance counselor or see Mrs. Miller-Hurst in room 8.
Do you want to learn more about the ways you impact?
And we are back, Harding High School Telecom basketball production. The cheerleaders were able to do their thing between the quarters. It's nice to see our kids out here being able to engage and be active in the activities and participate in the things they love to do. As we did not know if that was going to be really happening at the beginning of the year. And here we are. It's nice to have that happen. So it's good to see them out there. We've been kind of missing them at our games as well. Jefferson to the corner.
What's another thing to think about how hard it is to cheer in those masks?
Oh, I know.
It's hard enough just to breathe in these
I know.
masks.
That's mostly because I'm fat.
Well, you and me both, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I'll say COVID is nothing to be taken lightly, folks. My brother was just hospitalized last night from it.
Oh,
So.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know you fought with it.
I had a fun bout with it myself. And every sarcastic drop from that liquid verbiage I gave to you, it was not fun.
Right.
Rich
so
has,
yes, the masks are annoying,
yeah,
but you got to take the precautions, guys.
It helps. It helps. No one enjoys some of it, but
and all the more to appreciate the fact that we can bring you these live broadcasts.
Yes. Again, we remember how hard the spring was.
Right.
Oh, nice cross by Woods.
Nice.
We remember how hard the spring was, and summer we didn't know if we were gonna have sports, and quite frankly, for lack of a better term, folks, it sucked. So here we are. I'm glad that we're able to bring this stuff to you, and people are active and being able to go do something, which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
Morris with the ball gives to Netter at the corner. Netter back up to Wes. Wes drives the ball.
Caden from the corner.
Morris from the corner
short.
gets his own board. He needs.
I walked.
Ooh, they called a foul.
What?
They called a foul
On
Centennial.
Okay.
He's a little bit of a bump. That's a little tick. There's a tic-tac foul again. A little one calorie wonder.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we are the benefactors of said foul. That is his fourth foul. At this point, they got to go for broke, though, being down 13.
Yeah, they're going to start playing a little bit more aggressive, I think.
I have a feeling. And we have not exactly been promoting a good free throw percentage.
No.
So they'll make us work for it. Ooh, good pass. Just kind of really didn't take the ball with him.
Nice recovery.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He just got his legs cut out from under him.
Well, there will be a measurement to see if they got the first down. So Coach Worsel's getting his red flag ready.
Yeah.
Ball out to Netters. Netters to the top of the key for Stokes. Stokes drives the ball in. He's great. That's actually a great call. It's a great call. Jackson was right in position. He was not inside the circle, and he knew that he was going to drive that ball in. So, smart defensive play.
Yep. Well, going back to how fortunate we are to be playing these games, I saw the news, I think it was just day before yesterday, that there's a school, I believe, in Washington where the kids are, protesting because they're not allowed to play.
Correct. Yep.
So
it is. It's tricky. What a time to be alive, John. What a time to be alive.
And you hear their side of it, and these kids play for things like scholarships or creating.
Yes.
We have
their entire
Cade Morris
livelihood.
is going to be signing pretty soon.
Imagine
what would have happened if he wouldn't have been able to play this year.
Right. It affects their entire livelihood.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, someone's going to get the brown end of that stick too, and it's hard to.
Yes.
It's hard to. It's tough. Lofted up by Gunnell. Makes that three. And it looks like a quick timeout as Centennial is going to try and set up some sort of pressurized defense. And it is going to be a full timeout. So, Mr. Mullins, we will be right back. Harding Telecom basketball.
We do things like setting up the scaffolding like you see here, driving a forklift, and building storage sheds. But the big thing is that I'm trying...
My name is Tristan Davis.
My name is Jonathan Hanesto.
And I think this program's a fun program to do if you ever want to get into construction or carpentry.
You can learn a lot, like how to drive a forklift, CPR, we learned that last year. You can get certified on a lot of things like forklift, scaffolding, scissor lift?
When they complete 2 years of the program, they'll get 8 credentials toward graduation, and they have a possibility of even getting a third class. But after 2 years, they should be ready to go out and work as an apprentice carpenter, and we can get them.
Welcome back to Harding High School Telecom basketball production. What's the name of this fine song, Mr. Mullins?
Oh, it escaped. I was just thinking about it.
It always creeped me out.
Lunatic Fringe.
Yes, Lunatic Fringe. It always creeped me out as a kid. I always kind of felt weird about it. But
oh, it's creepy too.
Nightmares.
I
know you're out there.
I'll tell you what. It reminded me of Twilight Zone.
Yes.
By Golden Earring.
I was kind of surprised a movie like Natural Born Killers didn't have that kind of movie or that kind of song in it. That would have been perfect for it. But
yep.
And here we are, nonetheless, like we predicted earlier. They do have 7 fouls as a team, Centennial, but they're forcing us to try and make our points at the free throw line.
And who can blame them?
I don't blame them at all. So Centennial, kind of a lackadaisical pass.
Mm-hmm.
Helps no one's around. Byron takes the ball to the top of the key, hands off to Woods. Woods hands off to Cruz Rivera. And
I was going to say,
a little bit of a walk. And apparently Noah Hayton is very angry at that.
Well,
from the bench. frustrated. Because they had something set up there and they were doing it.
I think it goes right back to what we said earlier about not having
Correct.
games under their belt. They're just not used to holding the ball like that.
Correct. Morris brings the ball up the floor. Stokes at the top. Back to Morris. Back to Stokes. Dead spot by Rich. And
Nice.
Jefferson.
Oh, just forced it a little bit at the
cutter
end.
just couldn't get the ball into the hole. And here comes Woods bringing the ball up the floor. Sells in the dead spot. Passes off to Jackson. Around the horn. Back to Jackson. And almost traveled, but he did get that ball down. Woods lofts the ball up. Rich gets the rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boy, and it's tricky. Yeah, here, as Byron comes back in, and boy, Centennial really needs. I mean, if they're going to make this big push, Jackson needs to kind of really make something happen to help with this. And
nice block, nice rebound.
Yep, that's right. Packed like a suitcase, and here we go. Stokes with the ball at the 45. Ooh, puts in the back. That's a good no call. They were both going for the ball. Just no one got hurt. They wasn't making a move towards the basket. Stokes throws the ball up.
Yeah.
Misses.
See, at this point, I think we could. Harding's in control right now.
Correct.
They need to just control the tempo and not force anything like that.
Right. Oh, a little animated. Marlon Byron. And there's the technical. Yep. He just got up and jumped, and then he kind of let that go. The official kind of let that go, but then he just kept
He wouldn't let it go, right?
Yes, he kept going to the next official. Kids get spirited and they get antsy about the
Well,
calls.
it's that frustration of being behind.
Yes.
And they're
correct. And it wasn't the initial jumping up and down, but it's a culmination
really, I
of
think
things.
if you look at Centennial, if they look back at these tapes, they're doing some good things. It's
Yeah,
just
they are.
don't have the experience yet. You
Correct.
can't come out 2 games and playing other teams that have been playing for 6 weeks.
Correct.
And expect to be sharp.
Right. And Morris misses the first of the 2. Makes the second. That's the technical. Or that was the player foul. These are the technical foul shots.
Right.
Coach Warstall is now. I'm sure it's a stressful event to be a head coach during a time like this, but I'm sure seeing all these missed free throws isn't helping him sleep at night. And
no,
it's frustrating. Now, again, it's not probably going to hurt us today so much potentially, but
down the road,
and we're up by 12. You add in even half of those missed free throws.
Oh my goodness,
we'd be a 20-point game, and we'd be putting in Nick Hecker, and some of our subs,
Yep.
and Hayden Bays, and having those guys get some PT.
Yep.
And it really kind of sets the standard. And Aiden Rich with the ball, Stokes with the press trap.
I think they pushed him out.
They will be shooting 2. Again, a technical foul counts as a team foul. So here we are at the double bonus. Ooh.
Somebody put some mojo on that.
Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. More, I don't know how many bounces have happened, but it works. It works. Oh, my goodness.
And he did it again.
I tell you, I don't know if his dad pays him $1 for every time the ball bounces on the rim. If so, he just bought himself a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Twice. Byron drives the ball in, taking it out. Kind of dribbling into nowhere, but maybe to try and give a step-back opportunity. And,
nice shot.
Womack making that 3. Act like you've been there a little bit, though. I mean, sir, you are down 11 points still, and you're still trying to make a comeback.
That's exactly right.
So it is a good shot, but
get your head back in the game.
Right. If you're up by 3 or 4, it's one thing. Ooh, Morris kind of took a little vacation there. Didn't call, but they aren't going to call stuff like that far from the basket often. And
Okay, I was going to say, there's
there's got to be the
bump.
foul there. Yep. Once again, like we said, Centennial is going to make Harding earn every point
Yeah, I
they've
think
got.
get comfy, everybody, because we're going to be. This is going to be Groundhog Day here for a little while.
100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer.
Here we are at the line again.
Yes. It's going to be a long afternoon.
Did
you grab
3
a
minutes.
Snickers, John?
Did I?
We should grab a Snickers because it's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah. As it's this would be a good opportunity for you to go switch the laundry into the dryer because we're going to be at the line a lot.
Yeah.
Morse.
Hey, but
there you go.
As long as we nail him, that's great.
That's what you got to do. If you want to stop him from fouling you got to make the free throws. Ooh, and just kind of an ill-advised no-look pass. Jackson has the ball.
I know they're trying to play aggressive and catch up, but
you don't want to turn into
sloppy.
Ooh, stuff like a teddy bear, but
yeah,
it will be the foul call.
Foul number 4, Tayshaun Jefferson. His third. Henry Cannell shooting 2.
Makes the first of the 2, and if
and they're in a can't miss situation with those foul shots.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and scoring with the clock stopped is what they've got to do. So this is what we don't want to do for Harding is to do that, especially since we only have 3 team fouls.
Right.
So
and you're at this point you're just going to let them right back in the game.
Correct, unnecessarily. So as we run our divided cross, as Dayton goes deep, to no avail. Kind of a lateral move, and here we are, taking the ball almost the same spot, but you can't run the gaps of the floor, so can't run this baseline. Nonetheless, get the ball put into Rich. Rich gets his pickpocket.
No. Harding,
And
you got to...
just like that, folks, a single-digit game.
Yeah, you can't...
And I would expect maybe if we don't satisfy something here, we could see a timeout coming. We're still seeing if they can work through the adversity, though. Got the ball at the floor. Rich, Morris, corner, drive. There's something that's hard to overcome in a team, no matter. And honestly, this is not just basketball. This is even outside of sports.
Sure.
There's something to be said about desperation.
Oh yeah.
And it's when there's nothing left to lose. That's a hard thing to overcome. And Michigan football fans have been feeling that for years.
This is true.
Morris with the ball at the block and puts up a shot. Going to be shooting 2.
Yeah. But this is one of those situations where you don't want Harding to beat themselves either.
Correct.
I mean, you've had control of the game for 3 quarters. This is not the time to
Right. It's not the
get
time
sloppy.
to be expeditious and thus sloppy as he makes first. That helps.
There you go. Back to double digits.
And really, the other thing we got to make, if we shoot these free throws, we got to make at least the second one so our defense can sit up and we don't get some weird running and run and gun thing.
Yep, like that.
Yes. So right now we don't get back into a clean set. We're really kind of pressing them out top. Jackson with the ball. Yeah.
And travel.
There was a travel and a moving screen, and they chose to call it the travel.
Back in for the star number 10, Sandy Cruz Rivera.
Cruz Rivera back into the game. Ooh, dangerous entry pass. Jefferson bringing the ball up. Kind of gets stuck in a trap. Good. Timeout. 30-second timeout.
There you
go. And we'll go ahead and stay here since I'm assuming that we'll probably have some other stoppages in play.
Oh, sure.
And if not, then you'll just have to deal with that, folks. So, Mr. Mullins, I know that you are a guitar aficionado.
Sure.
What's your favorite guitar that you own?
Oh, my goodness. That's too hard to say. That's true. Alex Lifeson's signature Les Paul that my wife bought me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful guitar.
Have you considered donating that to the Scott Cameron Foundation?
I have not. But
I'm asking. I feel like Bernie Sanders. I'm once again coming to you for your consideration.
But the thing is, when you collect guitars for 30, 40 years, they fall into categories.
Yes. Yeah.
That's my overall best. Yes. Absolutely. But she bought me a really nice bass. I've got a really nice acoustic that I won.
Ooh.
At Taylor.
No, that's a good win. Trap here. Back out to Nares at the top circle. Stokes going to get trapped again. Passes off to Jefferson. As we have another long stretch there. Morris back out to Stokes. Stokes, the objective here, folks, is to keep that ball moving. There will be open players.
Nice.
And you can set yourself up for halfway decent
Doggone.
looks like that. Just didn't happen. Tips out. And Gunnell's on the run. Passes out.
No,
a little out of control. And
that was very much out of control.
what is going on right now?
That was.
Woo. I'm sure this is, if you could let that cat out of the gift in Christmas Vacation, this is how the cat would have acted initially. Little crazy. But nonetheless, here we are. Big by Byron, drive in, 2 points.
Not anymore.
Hey, here we are with an 8-point lead. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's go ahead and take a quick break.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Telecom Basketball.
The goal of exercise science is to develop an understanding and applied knowledge of the links between fitness, exercise, diet, and health. Harding High School is proud to offer students interested in athletic training, sports medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or personal fitness an opportunity to pursue a career pathway in this emerging field. As a student of exercise science, you will gain real-world experience in anatomy and physiology, on and off the field injury evaluation, wound care, taping and bandaging, emergency care, exercise and rehab programming, and much more.
And we're back with Harding Telecom Basketball. Thanks for joining us. And we have somehow entered an unusual era with only a minute 16, but Centennial has been able to whittle this down to an 8-point game. Harding's kind of been dealing with the desperations of Centennial and not handling it poorly, but not handling perhaps the best. But it's hard to do. Rich kind of dribbling the ball around, and there will be a foul, making Rich go to the line for 2 shots.
Centennial foul number 2, Jalen Jackson.
One thing that I've seen that really makes Centennial struggle a little bit is they don't have a tall, athletic squad.
Right.
As there's that 5th foul on Jackson, and that really kind of
that's their hot hand, right?
That's their Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
And so that really kind of hurts Centennial a lot. See how they react to that, but they just don't. Centennial just doesn't have a lot of height that's super athletic, flex 4 or 5.
But we can't make a foul shot.
And yes, so we do, and that's been a real benefactor, especially with Wes being in there and doing what he's been doing, making some tough shots as Rich shoots the second one, and
short.
This is that one.
Nice rebound, though.
Yep, there we go. Allows us to use more clock. Morris getting from the backside, and no one called that out. And takes the ball back out like J.R. Smith. Looks up to 3. Hits the back of the iron. Rich gets the ball.
Blocked.
That for sure is probably going to be a fastidious dunk if he did not get a hand on that. So
30 seconds. Short 3.
And
gave
him an and one. So this is I hope some of you have fingernails to bite.
Yeah.
49-43. They've turned this into a 2-possession game. Ooh, A good board.
Now,
we need to get
smart
that.
play is what
Yes.
we need now.
Yep. Time is on
That's
your
exactly
side.
right.
So, there you go. Take that ball. So Rich will go to the line for 2 shots. If he makes one of these, any one of these,
We're good.
We're good. In a much better position. If we miss both of these, I will get my rosaries.
Oh, for crying out loud.
A little short.
I'll tell
and
you.
you know, the players are frustrated with that too.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I think, these
they're
are learning
frustrated.
opportunities, and
Yes.
there's a lot to learn from this game. There you
There
go.
we go. There we go. That might have been the lick on the envelope.
Now play smart.
That's actually not a bad foul because now they have to take the ball out.
Yeah.
You're not allowing
It's
them
not
to
in
drive,
line.
go out
Yeah.
to the side, get it because if they hit a 3 right now, woo.
Yeah.
It gets salty. And
Okay.
30-second timeout by Centennial. So they're going to be setting up a play, obviously, for what appears to hopefully be a full timeout.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and take a break. John
Okay.
Mullins, Harding Telecom Basketball. We'll be back.
As a field of study. So if you have a passion for science, love doing experiments, and want to perfect your analytical and communication skills, please see your guidance counselor or contact Mrs. Williams in room 235 for more information.
And
Coming
we
back.
are back, Harding Telecom Basketball, as we are getting to literally fly into the danger zone. The Bermuda Triangle of basketball. The last 10 seconds of a game. Centennial having to make a big shot.
And
Pulls
there it
up.
is.
Ooh!
That was the big shot.
That was a big shot.
Yeah, that's.
And just like that.
Yeah, I tell you.
4-point game. A little under 7 seconds left. And they aren't adding any time to the clock. There's no timeouts left by Centennial, so they're going to have to go for broke here and try to make a great steal as we get to watch the cheerleaders do things that make me want to hurl if I tried them myself.
No, you need a spatula to get me up.
I would, yeah.
I did maybe get the first.
No, you wouldn't get the first.
I wouldn't even get the first
You
one.
wouldn't get the first.
I just flop over. And then,
They'd have to call the gurney on for you, John.
Right.
Let's just be honest.
That's a
And for
fact.
me, too, yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I know. I'd be walk around a walker the rest of my life. Things I could not do.
What about your guitar collection? What are you playing now?
I've actually I acquired a late '60s Gibson acoustic.
Nice.
I just kind of mess around with. It's kind of neat. And then I have my grandpa's guitar that a Martin that my
Very nice.
grandma bought for my grandpa before he went as a wedding gift.
Wow.
Before he went to World War II.
Yeah, those are keepers.
Yes, that is the diamond in the collection for sure.
Absolutely.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Stokes entering the ball in. That's the first key right there, and that should seal the deal.
Yep.
Just get rid of the ball.
Yep.
It's hot hands at this point.
And there it is.
Yep.
There's your foul at the end. Yep.
Ball game. Woo! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was
a game.
That was a game. Kudos to Centennial, man, for making that a great
They
contest at the end.
clawed their way back.
They did. And, we were talking about that a little bit. We were talking about that a little bit with Harding and how they played against Tiffin. And just showing some character at the end and not giving up and playing all of the game. And that was a great job by Centennial. Great effort on their part to make that and battle back. But it's likewise, Marion Harding did a great job holding on there at the end, made some shots there at the end that they had to make, some free throws, really, honestly, that they had to make.
Yeah, and I think the takeaway, I think, for the coach is going to be we need to work on free throws.
Yes.
And playing smarter. especially in those stressful comeback
yes.
scenarios.
As when you're on runs, when you have a breakaway opportunity, it's just looking at that, emphasizing that it's not the first pass, it could be the second pass, just reading that floor a little bit better and knowing when to pull back or when to go forward.
Yep.
But nonetheless, great job by Marion Harding today. Good win against a team that, that's the kind of team that, I don't know how the tournament's going to be held this year for basketball, boys basketball, but just like we talked about with Harding girls in their game the other day, that's a potential team we could see end up playing in the tournament.
Sure.
And so it gives us an opportunity to see that and what's that like. And again, great job today. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, everybody. And
we will be here Monday.
Yeah. Yep, we'll be here Monday. I won't be here. You will have.
Oh, that's right.
You will have, I believe it's, I want to say Todd and Bob.
No, Todd cannot make it. He'll be at City Council. So
okay.
It's Mike Panamarzik.
And maybe Bob?
Maybe Bob.
Maybe Bob. So Bob Stone, I believe that'll be his first basketball opportunity, a wrestler. So
that should be interesting.
It'll be fun. Hey, thanks for joining us this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great rest of the weekend. Be safe with all the storm coming, and go buy some bread and milk.
Go Presidents.